His reign and ministry. An account of Lehi and his wife Sarah and his 4 sons being called, beginning at the eldest Laman, Lemuel, Sam, and Nephi. The Lord warned Lehi to depart out of the land of Jerusalem, because he prophesied unto the people concerning their iniquity, and they seek to destroy his life. He takes 3 days' journey into the wilderness with his family. Nephi takes his brethren and returned to the land of Jerusalem after the record of the Jews. The account of their sufferings, they take the daughters of Ishmael to wife. They take their families and depart into the wilderness. Their sufferings and afflictions in the brethren rebel against him. He confounds them and builds a ship. They call the name of the place Bountiful. They cross the large waters into the other words, into the promised land, and so forth. This is according to the account of Nephi, or in other words, Nephi wrote this record. Nephi begins the record of his people. Lehi sees in vision a pillar of fire and reads from a book of prophecy. He praises the God, foretells the coming of the Messiah, and prophesies the destruction of Jerusalem. He's persecuted by the Jews about 600 BC. Nephi, having been born of goodly parents, therefore I was taught somewhat in all the learning of my father, and having seen many afflictions in the course of my days, nevertheless, having been highly favored of the Lord in all my days, having had a great knowledge of the goodness and the mysteries of God, therefore I make a record of my proceedings in my days. I make a record in the language of my father, which consists of the learning of the Jews and the language of the Egyptians. And I know that the record which I make is true, and I make it with mine own hand, and I make it according to my knowledge, for it came to pass in the commencement of the 4th year of the reign of the king of Judah, my father Lehi, having dwelt at Jerusalem in all his days. And in that same year there came many prophets prophesying unto the people that they must repent, were the great city Jerusalem must be destroyed. Wherefore it came to pass that my father Lehi, as he went forth, prayed unto the Lord. Yeah, even with all his heart in behalf of his people. And it came to pass, as he prayed unto the Lord, there came to pillar of fire and dwelt upon a rock before him. And he saw and heard much, and because of the things which he saw and heard, he did quake and tremble exceedingly. And it came to pass that he returned to his own house and to Jerusalem, and he cast himself upon his bed, being overcome with the Spirit and the things which he had seen, and being thus overcome with the Spirit, he was carried away in a vision, even that he saw the heavens open, and he thought he saw God sitting upon his throne, surrounded with numberless concourses of angels in the attitude of singing and praising their God. And it came to pass that he saw many descending out of the midst of the heaven, and he beheld his luster was above that of the sun and noonday. And he also saw 12 others following him, and their brightness did exceed that of the stars in the firmament. And they came down and went forth upon the face of the earth. And the first came and stood before my father, and gave unto him a book, and bade him he should read. And it came to pass that as he